A lot of minimalism content, including my own videos, deals a lot with how to get rid of things and with different decluttering techniques and things you can declutter. But something that is not talked about a lot is, what do you do with all this stuff once you declutter it? And some of you pointed this out to me because even on my own channel, this is something that I haven't talked about so far. So in today's video, I want to talk about what I do with the things that I declutter, and I want to give you some tips how you can let go of things responsibly. The first thing I want to talk about is to reduce the amount of stuff that you bring into your life. It's incredibly important to let go of your stuff responsibly, but I think it's even more important to reduce the new stuff that comes into your life, because everything you buy is destined to end up in the trash sooner or later. Even if you sell it, even if you donate it, and even if you hold on to it, sooner or later somebody is going to throw it in the trash. And what's more, when you buy something, you always create demand for new products to be produced. That is why I believe that when you declutter something, you shouldn't feel guilty about letting go of something and giving something away that is still fine, because there's no purpose in holding on to something that you don't use and that doesn't bring you value. Instead, try to get rid of it in a responsible way and learn for the future to bring less into your life. But now let's look into some ways that you can use to get rid of things in a responsible way. My favorite way to get rid of decluttered things is to sell them. Because when you sell something, you make some money, which is always helpful. And what's even more important, when you sell something, you know that the person who is buying it is willing to pay money to acquire this thing. And that tells you that this item is really going to bring them value and that it is most likely really going to be used. When you donate or give things away, you never really know if the person who's getting it actually wants it and is actually going to use it. But if somebody is willing to pay for it, then this is really a sign that this thing is going to continue to provide value to somebody. But not everything can be sold, so another way that I like to get rid of things is to give them away to friends and family. Giving your old stuff away as gifts is really great because you can bring joy to somebody with things you don't even want anymore. Of course, only give people things that you actually think they are going to like and that are going to bring value to them, and just don't use your friends to get rid of things you don't want. What I do is I keep a box in the basement that says gifts on it, and whenever I declutter something that I think might be useful to somebody as a gift, but that I can't really sell, then I put it in this gift box. And whenever Christmas comes around or a birthday comes around, I look through the box and look if there's anything in there that the person is going to like. Another way to get rid of things is to donate them. When you donate something, you can give something that no longer brings you value to somebody in need who really needs this thing. And in that way you can do good while at the same time getting rid of things you no longer want. But when you donate, you always have to be careful where you donate it, because there are a lot of organizations that get way too much stuff and they have no idea what to do with it. So especially when it comes to things like clothing, these organizations just dump it in third world countries where they already have mountains of donated clothes, and it really harms the local economy. And that is why I usually prefer to sell or give away my items instead of donating them, because often when you donate things, you don't really know what's going to happen to them, and you don't know if they are actually going to bring value to somebody or if they are just going to create problems down the line. So when you decide to donate, really look into the organization that you're donating to and try to find out if there's actually a need for the thing. Another great way to get rid of things is to upcycle them. When you upcycle something, you can give a thing a new life and you can continue to get value out of them and you can continue to get use out of them. And what's really cool, at the same time, you can avoid buying something new. I recently decluttered an old pillowcase that I no longer need, and I plan to make reusable napkins out of it. And in that way I get rid of the pillowcase without creating trash, and at the same time I get napkins without buying them. So when there's something you need and you think about buying something, look through the things that you want to get rid of anyway and see if maybe you can make it yourself. If you want to get rid of something and there's really no way this is going to bring value to anyone, then you can recycle it. I prefer the other options that I talked about to recycling, because often recycling is not very efficient, and in many countries only a small portion of the stuff actually gets recycled. But recycling is a lot better than just throwing it in the trash. So if you have things like old papers or old plastic packaging and things that you can't really use in any way or sell, then this is something that you should recycle. There are some things that can't really be recycled, so as a last resort you can throw things in the trash. To me, this is really a last resort, because in the trash most of it just lands up in landfills or gets burned, and it just causes a lot of destruction. So throwing things in the trash is really bad for the environment, but often it is inevitable that some things end up in the trash, and that is why I think it is so important to reduce the amount of stuff you buy in the first place, so you can reduce the amount you have to throw in the trash in the end. So these are my tips to get rid of things responsibly. I hope you found it interesting, I hope you got some value out of it, and I hope this video helped you to get rid of your stuff in a responsible way. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, because this really helps the channel a lot. If you have any additional tips on getting rid of things, then write this in the comments below. Also, if you have any other comments or questions, write that down in the comment section below. I post a new video on minimalism every Thursday. If this is something that you're interested in, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys, if you want, in my next video.